And we are live, guys. We are live. Welcome to Woolly's World. Friday night live on Woolly's World. Back to base, guys. Back to base camp where we were, where we have been every other week, except for a little excursion to Red Branch Bushcraft last week, guys. So, how's everybody doing? Let us talk. Let me start, guys, by talking about the video that came out this evening. Monday was a fine day, okay? Monday was a fine day. Started nice, and what happened was, guys, I thought to myself, I've been putting off finishing off that tree for a good while. Well, it's not that I've been putting it off. Life has been getting in the way of me finishing off that tree, right? I did a little bit, Jesus, when was that? Guys, that could have been August, maybe. August was when I started. So I thought I'd get up there, I'd get the Frankensaw up, I'd get Igor up to 435, and I'd give it a good old lash, right? So this is what happens. I can reverse up to about 200 yards away from where it is. And I got out of the truck, and I took the wheelbarrow out, and I put stuff in the wheelbarrow, and I went off the concrete pad, like nowhere near the field, just to go up through and then turn and go up into the field itself, guys. And it was just like, the wheelbarrow was just sucking through the mud. Mark, Benjamin, how's it going? Sucking through the mud, right? So I had to go up, turn nearly right back of myself to where the gate is, guys, and then go up that field. And as soon as I got into the field, boy, I was just like, oh my God. James, you're very welcome. Roddy, you're very welcome. Guys, it was just like, I mean, literally 2 minutes of walking with the wheelbarrow, and the mud was just sucking the life out of me. And I had to do 4 runs to get everything up there to start. Do you know what I mean? And that's why the start of that video, I turned it on and I was like, this is just going to be an absolute pain in the holio. So guys, Pat, you're very welcome. So that was the start of it, guys. There's a couple more videos coming out after this one, but they're going to be staggered. So, but a fantastic day on the saw. Very tiring, very, very tiring, I have to say. A lot of lifting big saws up like this and stuff like that. But a nice time. A nice time until I had to take everything back out again. Pale Horse Outdoors, how's it going? You're very welcome. So it was just one of those days. The wheelbarrow is still up there. So all the wood I cut, guys, I did about, I had photos up. I did an hour's back and forward with the wheelbarrow, and it filled the truck once. Saltex 2021. I don't know what that is, Benjamin. So it was like, I says, I'll put a big pile here. I'll go at this for an hour, wheeling the wheelbarrow in the field back and forward with loads of wood and stuff. And after about 20 minutes, I had to stop, and I went and split wood. Jesus, good man, Pat. 6 cord. Fair play, boy. Fair play. And it was like, I says, I'll split some wood for a little while. So I went splitting at it. I went splitting. Now, guys, these videos are all coming out. I'm not sure when. No, that is not what I want. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but listen, I'll tell you, they're all uploaded and everything. I went flat out uploading videos today because it was raining. So, geez, guys, 26th of November is the last one that's going to come out. We have loads and loads and loads of footage coming out, guys. Loads of footage. At the moment, I have videos 3 videos a week uploaded until the 3rd of December. The 3rd of December. Guys, it was... No, Benjamin, I never heard of it. With a splitter, Roddy, I think. Pat is a splitter man. So it was a tough day, but I really felt it. I really was like struggling at the end, and I was like just swinging the axe and all, and I was just like, you know, when you're just knackered, but you're just absolutely exhausted. And I just was. Hang on a second, Benjamin. The UK's knockoff GIE Expo. Well, I don't even know what that is. GIE. If it was GEE, it would mean something very different. I don't know what that is, Benjamin. You're going to have to explain that a wee bit more. You've lost me with that one. So, Pat, that's some going. Those rapid fire splitters really are impressive. They're very fast, aren't they? When we did the splitter war challenge, guys, you should look at the rapid fire splitter and see how much faster it was than everybody else. It's unbelievable. Unreal. I was shattered halfway through this day's work. I was pretty much shattered before I even got to it. It was a tough one. It was the conditions. The last time I was up there, it was easy. You know, it's just you were moving through heavy. Everything was wet and moving through long grass and stuff and everything wet and everything in your way and tripping over everything. So yeah, it was good fun. It was good to be back on the saw. The Frankensaw was ripping, then the Frankensaw stopped working, Roddy. So it was at the end of the day, Roddy. So it'll be 3 videos before that even comes out. So what happened was that it just wouldn't start. It was like it was it's like it was just about to start all the time, and it wouldn't start. Everything sounded fine except it just wasn't firing. So here's the thing: when I went to start it up there, I noticed that one of the dogs was bent right in against the bottom of the bar. So I think it got knocked in the back of the truck, probably going up the mountain. So I think it might have got bounced against something. So then that had me thinking that maybe I had damaged the spark plug, you know, because here's the thing: when you're pulling it, it felt like it was always going to go. And even if when you were hot starting it, or when you were, you know, putting the throttle on and pulling it, it felt like it was going to go. And there was a little wisp of smoke coming out from the exhaust. I do, Mark. Yeah. We have what we call blue clay at Red Branch. Do you ever come across that stuff before? It's you can use it for making pottery and stuff like that. And it's in the river. It's in the banks of the river. So you know, way back when we were kids, I remember my granny and my ma telling me about cooking fish in blue clay. So they would have wrapped the fish in this blue clay and put it in the fire. And when the blue clay hardened, you cracked it open and the fish was on the inside of it, ready to eat. Which is cool, isn't it? For your granny to be telling you stuff like that. She was into that sort of stuff. We used to collect mushrooms and all that crack. And Jesus, maybe that's where I got the interest from. Do you know that? I never really thought about that before. I just always thought it was my uncles taking me out across the fields and hunting and fishing and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, which is funny. Roddy, what messages are you retracting there? Come on. So I have never actually seen a splitter in real life, Pat. Never. Not once in my life. You know, there's an Irish company that makes splitters, and I contacted them for Splitter Wars 2.0, and they basically fell off the seat laughing. Not a chance. It's not Irish companies and stuff like that. And not even a lot of UK companies would see the benefit in doing something like that. James, I do fish the odd time. Not very often. Not very often. Sometimes I go down to Red Branch and pretend that I'm working and just go fishing. It's hard when Bruno's there because he jumps into the river and tries to eat the worms, you know, and they're on a hook. you'd be pulling Bruno off the bank by the fishing rod. Oh my God, that would be insane. Absolutely insane. I used to fish. I used to sea fish, fly fish, river fish, lake fish. I used to do it all by pike, trout, mackerel, dogfish. Jesus, I used to do a lot of fishing. We used to go out in a boat, not far, a little boat. When I think back on it, the boat was about the size of this room. You know, about 6 of us used to go on it with my uncles and all, and we go out. Motor would always break down. We'd end up having to row to shore, like mental stuff to be at. You know, it's a wonder we weren't killed. You know, we were all about 7 or 8, thought this was the greatest thing in the world, but Bruno fish. See, Roddy, you mentioned the S word, so we ignored it. That's it. You know, you should have said not a Husqvarna. Really, I don't know. I don't know what Bruno would be like in a boat. He's a bit skittish. He's not skittish. He's a bit mental. So when we're in the river on the kayaks, when we're just in the river at Red Branch, on the kayaks, he's in the water with us all the time, but he's trying to get up on the boat all the time. So like we were talking about taking him out to the big lake beside us. It's quite a big lake, like 4 miles, 4 miles long. It's maybe about half a mile wide. And we were like, no, he'd be crazy. What happened to your saw, Roddy? What happened to your saw? Sorry, Roddy. Sorry. What happened to it? While we're waiting for Roddy, guys, I think, and Doug mentioned this to me before, there's like a 30-second or a minute delay. I have a dog. Pockets, you can't lay there. Come on, get up. You can't lay there. I'll run over you with my seat. Come on. Go in here. The old dog Pockets is laying in between the wheels of my chair. Okay, so Bucking. I got on the Bucking, guys, about his chainsaws. Do you remember we were talking about chainsaws on a live feed? I know. It could have been any live feed. Well, I got on the Bucking about how many chainsaws do you have? He said, I don't know. That's an impressive amount. That is an impressive amount of chainsaws. If you have so many chainsaws that you don't know how many you have, it's a lot of chainsaws. A lot of chainsaws. But come on, Roddy, what's wrong with your chainsaw? I know. Is she active, Roddy? Bruno's a great dog. Absolutely fantastic dog. Super intelligent. And loves his exercise. Absolutely loves it. But comes home and lays down. He's not he's not an annoying dog. He's not something. He's up and down and up and down and up and down. But they need to be stimulated. This is the problem with them. Well, no, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's not like they're a husky. Do you know what I mean? They're not like a husky. They're a gun dog. They're easy trained. They're easy managed. As long as you are somewhat active, they will completely love it. I would say get one. Well, hang on a second. Your saw does. Makes a funny farting sound in days. Just a bit rambunctious. Rambunctious is a good word. I would suit her down to the ground, hey. But They're silly money. They're silly money to get a dog. Jesus Christ. The dogs over here 6 months ago were £2,500 for a puppy. £2,500 for a puppy. You know, the whole country was, with lockdown, the whole place went crazy. Everybody was buying dogs, left, right, and centre, buying dogs. And now all the pounds are full because the people are sitting looking at these dogs. They're having to go to work every day, and these dogs are wrecking their houses. You know, because they've all got separation anxiety because all these people were sitting in the house, had nothing to do but play with a dog. A tree hound. I don't know what that is, Pat. Yeah. Dog would probably take her, but this is the thing, they're good. And this is what happened. So we had a massive issue here in Ireland with people stealing dogs, like hundreds of dogs going missing every week, people being stolen to order, being stolen out of Ireland and taken straight to England. And Benjamin, that is going to be a thing of the past anyway, because they're going to get rid of gas saws. The writing is on the wall, guys. They're going to get rid of gas saws. It's just the price of stuff is mental. I had to take the girls horse riding yesterday, and I was driving past the petrol station, and it was $1.80 for a litre of petrol. $1.80. $1.80. That is absolutely no. Hang on a sec. That was euros. That was in the south. So probably, Roddy, this is the thing. They're shipping them all over the place. We had a very famous case of a Springer Spaniel that was stolen with a litter of pups, right? And they found the pups. I mean, this was all over the news. These dogs became too hot to handle, right? They found the pups like 2 days later. The dog turned up about 2 weeks later, and these guys had removed its tag. So they'd removed its microchip. So they had opened up the dog and removed the microchip. They knew where it was. You know, so they could figure out how to find the microchip, shaved the dog, cut it open, removed the microchip, and sewed the dog back up again. Do you know what I mean? That's mental. That people would go to all that amount of trouble over a dog. But when you think about it, like $2,500, how many dogs would you get in the back of a van if you put cages in it? You know, 50, 100 dogs. It's a lot of money, boy. It's a lot of money. But what happened here was the police, the guards, the Gardaí is what they're called. A couple of big high-profile arrests. Vans stopped at ports full of dogs. You know, all these people, all these dogs, just people are bastards, boy. Imagine stealing somebody's family pet. Imagine stealing somebody's dog. Do you know what I mean? That'd be like, to me, that's like stealing somebody's child. Do you know? That's the way I would look at it. But I'm a dog person. I'm a dog lover. You know, so you know, it is definitely stealing somebody's dog. Terrible. Yeah, it's just it's hard to fathom, isn't it? You know, it's hard to fathom. Breaking into somebody's house and stealing money. Yeah, it's money. Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly, James. You know, you come into somebody's house and you take an iPod, a phone, you know, a couple of £100 in cash. Out you go. You know, what harm's done, really? You know, it's just things that can be replaced. A dog cannot be replaced, you know. You just can't. It's just gone from your life, you know. Yeah, well, that's the way it should be, you know. I know that dogs are protectors and stuff like that, and That's what they're supposed to be doing, but this is the problem, isn't it? This is the problem. I really don't. It annoys me. It annoys me. There would be issues with somebody breaking into a house and stealing a dog that I wouldn't go into. You know what I mean? Like, I really just would not respond very well to something like that happening, and probably would. It would be John Wick. I'm not saying I'm John Wick or anything, but it would be John Wick. You know, that film was made for dog lovers. Every dog lover in the world that saw that film completely understood where he was coming from. Completely. Don't say you didn't. That's what I mean, Roddy. That's what I mean. Some poor wee kid gets the face taken off him. You know, but listen. People are scumbag, aren't they? Aren't they? Anywho, let's move on from that. That is a random enough topic I definitely didn't expect to be talking about tonight. So, sorry, I thought we were getting visitors. So, you know, it is coming up to Christmas, guys. Can you believe that I cannot believe, really, Jesus. And you know, pit bulls, my brother had a pit bull. My guy down the road I know has just got a puppy, a pit bull puppy. Or was it a Staffy? Were they Staffordshire Terriers? Guys, they are the nicest dogs. They are so nice. They're beautiful dogs. Hi, Evie. No way, Roddy. No way. Did you get it out splitting yet? Evie's here. She was looking for you last week, Roddy. Are you saying hello, Evie?
Where were you last week, Roddy?
Good man, Pat. Tiara, the dog's like that. Bruno would bark and bark and bark. The hackles would be up. And, you know, he's an intimidating dog when he's like that. But it's too bright. Do you want to see what happens if I turn this off? Do you want to see what happens if I turn this off? No, don't. No. It doesn't do anything, Evie. What I can do is I can turn it down. Evie wants to play with the lights. Evie wants to play with the lights. Who's scraping in there? No, turn them up. Turn them down. Turn them down. Of course, James. I agree. It is definitely to do with how they are treated. It is never a bad dog issue. I would never blame a dog. I would blame an owner straight away. You know, you can't. It's like blaming a gun. It's not the gun's fault. It's not the gun's fault that something has happened. It's the person that took it out and decided to, you know, do something with it. So that is the way I would look at it. Guys, we have a pencil issue in our house. I don't know if any of you guys with kids have pencil issues. A little bit of a strange one. So what happens is that when pencils come into our house, they disappear. There's a magic pencil portal somewhere. So all the pencils disappear, and we never find them again. Oh, here comes trouble.
No, Evie is up here. Never mind.
You saying hello, Lily? Right. Evie, what are you doing? Turn it down. It's very, very bright. So the pencils all go missing. So I write my name on them. Even these big guys go missing. You write your name on them, they go missing. You know, so that is the way of it. Right, Evie, stop playing with the lights, please.
No, I actually need to use it.
For what? Okay.
I broke the friendship.
You broke the friendship. I need to turn this down.
Come on.
No,
That's
come on.
Lily. Lily. Right, right. Down you go, please.
Lily.
This is what happens every week. Go on, down you go. Down you go, girls. Let me get this live feed on. So this is right, down you go.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, Mama. Finish your movie. Come on.
So yes, this is what happens. It is not the pencils are in high demand. It is that they get eaten by the children in my house, as far as I can tell. Steve, how's it going? You're very welcome. Remember, the toilet paper crisis is right. The toilet paper crisis. Imagine. Evie, you can't do that. Okay. Remember what I said to you earlier on. Okay. You go on downstairs. Good girl. Upstairs. So, Evie, you need to sit down. You need to be quiet. Okay. Good times indeed, Benjamin. Good times indeed. So, the toilet crisis. Here's the thing about that brand that I wear a lot of their stuff, the Borstelika brand. The Borstelika brand. They actually were accepting on their website. They were accepting payments in toilet roll. You can click toilet roll payment option, which is very funny. So I haven't seen it. I watched the one yesterday, Roddy. I didn't see the one today. What is it? Square filing, is it? Square filing, maybe? Seems to make sense. I was editing all day. Editing videos all day. I edited 7 videos today, boy. 7 videos. And maybe 3 yesterday. Oh, my mind does be completely numb when I'm doing stuff like that. It's it can be hard to do for extended periods of time. But the good thing is that the videos are always different. So okay. I very rarely do it, Roddy, to tell you the truth. I generally stick to my Dremel, so which is fairly. That is mental. That is mental. The value of toilet paper. And is it against the law to use $1 as toilet paper? Is that the general rule? You scared the life out of me, Siobhan. Don't be sneaking up the stairs like that.
I'm trying to take her down.
She's okay as long as she's not over here like playing football or
She's
playing.
going to start playing the guitar now.
No, she's not. If she does, she'd have to go down. You just use a cloth. We're all raised in cloth nappies, weren't we? Including my own kids for a little while until we realized how ridiculous it was, and then we started buying nappies. But you know, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So this is what I read into that. Let's go back and look at that. Okay, so the toilet paper crisis, right? One of the first places where there was issues over COVID was China, right? China was shutting down production in all these factories, right? One of the biggest imports from China into Australia is toilet paper, right? Australians started to worry that there wasn't going to be any toilet paper. So they started mass buying toilet paper. This became a newspaper headline somewhere, and then it went worldwide, and everybody thought that there was a toilet paper crisis, that there was not going to be enough toilet paper. Enough toilet paper for what? I don't know. I don't know what they needed all that toilet paper for. So there never was a toilet paper crisis. Australia was worried that China wasn't going to be able to import as much. Now, on that note, I read an article that said that the issue that the supply issues that are happening at the moment to every country, right? The supply issues. I know we touched on this before, is not going to resolve itself until 2023. So all of 2022, there's going to be stock issues. Okay, so you know, so I know we spoke about it before when we talked about the energy crisis and stuff like that, and I know we spoke about the knock-on effect of various things and all, guys. But that's what they're saying now is that, you know, if it's hard to get now, it's going to stay hard to get for at least a year, which is like unbelievable. So, you know, there is a way around that, and that is to start locally producing all that stuff again that we outsource and we get from somewhere else. Yeah, it's mass media, it's hype, it's instant information. That's the issue there. I think I don't know if it's if it's like a, yeah, there's a bit of stupidity involved as well, isn't there? So do you know what I mean? It's just a little bit odd. It's like consumerism controls the world, right? That's what it does. Everything, absolutely everything that we do in our lives is revolving around us buying stuff or them trying to sell us stuff, right? You know, and that's the way I look at it. It's incredibly different. No way, Steve. No way. That is mental. That's mental. That's mental. Reaganomics, as in Ronald Reagan. I'm not really sure I get that part. I don't. Us non-American people are not going to get that reference. That does make me look a little bit sick. So does that. That's a little bit better. Evie has a picture for you, I think. You ready for this? No, that's okay. Just Evie drew a picture for you.
And on the other side. It says on the first.
Steve, Roddy, James, Benjamin, and Pat.
And they have a heart and it has a tree on it.
You have a t-shirt that has a heart with a tree on it because you love trees. Good job. You go downstairs then. Okay? Thank you. Well, okay, or you can draw more pictures. All right? Go. Yes, so Steve, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. That definitely makes me look a little bit sick, doesn't it? Nah, he's just got spiky hair and he's smiling. James, you're really smiling. Look at that. Steve, don't know what you're out to, Steve. The famous five, huh? The famous five, good man. So, you know, this and God knows when this is all going to resolve itself, guys. Do you know what I mean? I haven't even gone looking for more lumber. I need more wood at the minute. After building the toilet last week, building a new toilet, I need more wood. So it's like I mean, I'm even scared to ring them and see how much it costs. I just need some 4x2s. It's, you know, but it's just no, don't interfere. Okay, remember? Easy. Right. She knows. My children know. They know the crack. You know the crack, because me and Evie were up here earlier on and we were doing stuff and playing the guitar, and I said, now Evie, when I'm doing my live feed, you make sure you don't come up and interrupt for too long, because no, that's enough now. Okay. Pepe, you're very welcome. 64 wheel drive in the house. In the house. So it was what was I saying? I don't even know. But I tell you what is happening here is that house prices are plateauing a little bit. House prices have been absolutely insane, you know. House, like we had in Ireland and in the UK, there was a massive crash in 2009 and everything went, and everybody's house that they had paid £400,000 for was only worth 100,000 and stuff, and everybody was in negative equity, and there was all this doom and gloom and all this stuff all floating about the place, and it was all very hard to listen to. So we put the radio away and we stopped watching the news, and everything was fine. It was great. It was a great time to be alive when you just didn't care. I know house prices. Guys, there's houses beside. Who's that now?
I put in Peppy.
Oh, you put in Pappy. There's Pappy. Pappy, Evie drew a picture of you. Can you see that? I went too close. Hang on. Focus.
Hello. Yep, it was ordered at start.
Now you color them in. I'm sure there's parts of it still up, you know, for tourists and stuff like that come along. For a long time in all the shops around here, you could go in, you could buy bits. They were selling bits of the Berlin Wall, you know, like a big bag of rocks, £5 each, bit of the Berlin Wall. Class crack, you know. So, listen, things will change, and then they'll go back. Then they'll change again, and then they'll go back, and everything will just go in a big circle, because that's the way everything goes, isn't it? It just goes in a big circle. It's about what you do at the right time of the circle. That's the thing. So hopefully in about 2 years, the price of all the houses will have come down. You know what I mean? Like, it's incredibly frustrating and difficult for somebody to be in a rental position and unable to buy a house, because anything that should cost £100,000 now costs £250,000. It's like the minimum price of a house around here is £250,000. That's it. And that's £250,000. It's like money just doesn't mean anything anymore. So €70 for marine plywood. Jesus Christ almighty. Hey Doug, how's it going? You're very welcome, Doug. That is absolutely insane, Steve. That's insane. It's like I don't know. Where does it end? I thought the timber prices were coming back down. I thought that we wouldn't be really be talking about this anymore. Do you know what I mean? But that is a lot of money. A lot of money for a piece of bloody plywood, isn't it? It's just a green type light. I don't think there's any way around it. That is a lot. That is a lot. But sure. That one. Steve, I was saying, we took the girls horse riding yesterday, and it was $1.79 for a litre of petrol. $1.79. Diesel man 99. Well, how's it going? So it's like, but then I got heating oil. And that was 450 litres for 200 and something pounds. Do you know where are you going? Are you going for a poo or a pee? A pee. It's going. It's only a pee. So it is. Jesus, Pat. That is mental. Sell it. Sell it. Buy a forest. Build a cabin. Come on. That is unreal. My God almighty. How are people supposed to build houses? How are people supposed, you know, like that's crazy. No new saws, no new saws. I need to troubleshoot the Frankensaw with you guys. Let's run through that. We got 8 people on. Let's run through that. So I was out cutting the other day. A video up today is the first of 4 coming out on that cutting day. 3 chainsaw videos and 1 log splitting video. Oh, excuse me. What happened to Frankensaw? Marlon, thank you very much, buddy. Super chatter. Woohoo! Good man. What happened is I ran the saw and it ran flawless. No issue whatsoever. I put it down. I went to start it and it wouldn't start. Everything was doing what it was supposed to do. It sounded like it should have started, but it just wouldn't start. And when I would pull it to turn it over, there was like a little tiny wisp of smoke coming out of the exhaust. I don't know. Off the top of your head, what does that sound like that any of you saw, guys? Look, I've sawdust in my hair. You know, to me, I was thinking a spark plug. So I took the boot off and I took the spark plug out and checked it and put it back in. It all seemed electrical. So then I was thinking, might it be the switch, the on-off switch as well? So I don't know. Relaxing, Doug. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. The boot is full of. Oh, hang on, I better not say anything. She's probably there with you. But you see, I left it, Pat. I left it for a long time. I went back to start it, and it was still the same. I also tried the hot start it, you know, full throttle and everything, and it wouldn't start. And normally, if she's, but then here is the thing, I was exhausted. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. I didn't actually check that. So I would unscrew the plug, put it back into the boot, and then pull it and see if it sparks. Yes. I am Hulk, Peppy. I am Hulk. I know. I've been playing with that and I can't get it right at all. How's that? Is that better? It still makes me look a little bit green. It is good to have you back, Peppy. Well, do you know, Pat, I didn't bother with that switch before. So anyone can do what? Sorry, Marlon, I've missed something of your post there. Probably the flux capacitor. There is absolutely no other explanation for that. It just, you see, the thing is that it created a situation up the mountain, right? So the situation it created is that I was cutting rounds that were 20 inches long, about a foot wide, maybe, you know, big branchy things. And I couldn't get them into the wheelbarrow, or I'd only be putting 2 into the wheelbarrow. So I wanted to split them before I moved them. Oh, super chat. Yes. I am Homer Simpson. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. So I don't know what's going on with the lights, guys. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do this and it'll work a wee bit better. How's that? How's that? Is that better? I see what's going on there. Ah, where'd you go? Do you think ignition coil, would the ignition coil just go straight away, like be running and starting absolutely no problem, and then you go to start and it's just nothing? I think the saw got a knock as well. This is the problem. I think it got knocked in the truck on the way up to the mountain. So I ate them all. It okay, so the problem, okay, so the general consensus is it's something electrical. Okay, that's fine. I will have a play with it. I have yeah, there was gas in it. Yeah, it was I'll be back in 1 second on an unrelated matter. Yeah, it was just a bit odd. It just was working completely fine, and then I just went to start it and it wasn't working. Okay, that's what I'll do. I put it back in the shed. I haven't even looked at it since. You know what I mean? Like I was this is the thing, Roddy. I do have a habit of trying to start the saw and not having it turned on. So this is what had me thinking that maybe it was the switch, because what happened before is that the one of the electrical cables from the on off switch, Jesus Evie, actually had come loose and had gone into the flywheel and had been ripped by the flywheel. So or by the starter wheel, whatever you call that thing. So I know. Evie is great. Evie, you can go colour in that picture. So that's what I was thinking. But you listen. You see, it was the little puff of smoke coming out of it. It's the coil. Okay. Ignition coil. Okay. What I will do. Wow. Oh my God. They are so expensive. £11. What I might do, guys, is yes. Pappy thought I looked like the Incredible Hulk. Not because of my skin color, but because of my enormous muscles. So this is why Roddy was saying, did you get new glasses? You know, changing prescriptions because you can't see properly. It is a big deal, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's I don't get a lot of super chats, so it's much appreciated. Loaded dog. My God, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see. So this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to get I just put it in the shed. You know, I was wrecked, I was exhausted. I had to unload the truck and head away out somewhere and do something. You know, it was all like just non-stop, you know, ferrying kids about and doing stuff. I don't even remember what we were doing that day. What were we doing that day, Evie? What day? Tuesday. So I'll go down and I'll change the spark plug and see if there's any different. But if no spark, then it's electrical. Okay. Well, I'll try the spark plug that's in it first and see if there's an issue. So even if that spark plug that's in it was broke, it still wouldn't give me a spark. But if I put a new spark plug in it and there's no spark, it's probably the ignition coil. Is that what we're saying?
What are you even talking about?
Talking about chainsaws and chainsaw problems.
The Frankensaw? Are you talking about the Frankensaw?
We are talking about the Frankensaw. If he wants to know if we're talking about the Frankensaw. Yes, we are. Evie is a rock star. Okay, brilliant. Thanks, guys. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to write that down. Oh, I keep knocking over my torch. Oh, keep knocking over my torch.
Daddy don't even listen. Hello, Dove T86.
If no spark with new plug, it's the ignition coil. Tell me this. Dave T86, you're very welcome, buddy. Tell me this. Are they handy to change? Do I need a soldering iron for anything like this? This is what I be thinking. Oh, I need a soldering iron. No, it doesn't look like I need a soldering iron. Oh, I see. Is that the boot and everything that's on them? 17 quid. Why is one $5.99? That one's 25 quid. Maybe it's time to visit the saw. £173. £73. Yeah, she is, Roddy. She is. Yeah. Okay.
What is it?
They're saying you're a rock star. Evie was playing the Jackson, the electric guitar, and we had full distortion on. See the she's doing the devil fingers and everything. Doug, thanks very much. Thanks very much. Keep the videos coming, Doug.
You're driving?
She's driving. He is driving. Yes, it's like this, look. Taz, you're welcome, buddy. How's it going? So it was.
Taz.
There is a horse called Taz. Evie rides a horse called Taz when she's at horse riding. 10, Roddy. It's pretty good tonight. We have 10 people thumbing up. So if there's no spark with the new spark plug, it's the ignition coil, and I'll get an ignition coil. Is there? And they seem fairly cheap. So what I'll do is I will what?
I'm fitting all the people in.
Okay. Evie is doing a masterpiece of the 14 people that is online and everybody that's in chat. So she's drawn. It's going to be like the Last Supper. That's what with me in the middle.
Okay, then.
That's Jesus. Jesus.
I got 10 so
Oh,
far.
it's very funny. Very funny. You got 10. 10. Yeah, 11 thumbs up. The Last Supper. I know. It's far from the Last Supper I was raised. It's not actually far from the Last Supper I was raised. It's very funny. But listen, guys, that's what I'll do. I'll check the coil. I'm hoping it's just a spark. Anyway, Evie was playing the guitar. She was rocking out. Full distortion on. Wah-wah pet or whammy bar and all that stuff. And I made a wee video and I sent it. I was chatting to Doug at the time and I sent it to Doug. Oh, be Jesus is right, hey. Oh, be Jesus. So that is what I will do. Guys, would you like me to troubleshoot that in a video? Would that be interesting? Well, remember, I'm not like Tasman. I can't just sit down and break down the saw and build it back up again or modify it or anything like that. I barely can change a plug. Mark. More like Hank Hill. Listen, I aspire to, you get to a certain age of life and you aspire to be Hank Hill. You know what I mean? With your WD-40 and your WD-40 for opening your WD-40. Hank Hill's smart. So, is there any type, Benjamin, you would like to see that video? Okay. Is there any type of, let me write Frankensaw on that.
You're all saying hi. Except for you, because you're sleeping, Dad.
Is there any type of ignition coil that I should stay away from? Or is there any specific manufacturer that is considered better than others? I know there's OEM and stuff like that. So I'm not really up on this, you know. So I am really hoping that tomorrow I will, you know, I'll go down and put a new spark plug in it and it'll fire off and away it'll go. Or I just pop out the switch and something has come loose in the switch. Do you know what I mean? So, that was a stinker as well. So that is my plan. But hopefully tomorrow.
Okay.
go live at 4:30 a.m. your time? Is that to get the sunrise? What time is it with you now, Taz? The Frankensaw is 2013 or 15. I'm not sure. 2013 or 2015. It's maybe 3 years old to me, but I bought it secondhand. So I bought it off a guy on Facebook, if you believe that, and he shipped it over from England to me, and that saw literally has never skipped a beat. Okay. Well, we don't have a Husky shop, so okay. 2 p.m. there, so it is just coming 10 p.m. here now. So it's
Coleman, can I call you 999?
I call him Diesel. I normally address the people that have the long names. I generally call them as their first one.
I'm going to
So
do 999.
yes, Benjamin, I agree. Fingers crossed, legs crossed, toes crossed. Yes, I definitely agree. It would be nice if it was just a plug. But why would a plug stop working? It wasn't excessively dirty, it wasn't anything like that. Wow, 9 a.m. Saturday morning. How is the future, Doug? You are in the future right now. You are speaking to us from the future. Around noon. I think I generally catch your live feeds for a little while anyway on a Saturday. But it sure is a nice spot. The radiator's not on. Will it warp? Will it warp sitting that close to the radiator? I don't think so. Oh no.
What is that?
No, we're just talking about parts for chainsaws. Could be. I've
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
5.
No, there's no steam near the radiator. Oh, it could be the clothes be there sometimes. You're saying I should probably move everything over this side.
Martin, you, Steve, Roddy, James, Dav, T86, Mark, Taz,
Would there be a lead up to that? As in, would the saw start acting differently when you're starting, or would it just be a case that all of a sudden it just stops working? What do you think?
James, Peppy, and Doug. Who am I missing?
Oh my God, that's incredibly bright. That is not going to work at all. Do you know what I mean?
I know who I'm missing.
Who?
Loaded Doug.
Loaded dog. Oh yeah. I think maybe it's just this camera, guys, makes my face look a bit green. Ooh, what is green? They're not leaning. They're on stands. Pat. They're on guitar stands. 2 separate guitar stands. So that is my question. Is that a thing? Now remember, guys, I know very, very little about saws.
Okay, let me count them.
Yeah, air filter was a little dirty, but it was okay. So I did give it a little bit of a blowout, and it was working fine. And there wasn't a lot of dust inside where when I took the top off, there wasn't a lot of dust in it. Okay. I would say the Frankensaw is due a service, and it hasn't. Oh, here, hang on. Here we go. You ready? Yeah, I have plugs in the thing, and I bought another one to match anyway. Hang on. Drum roll, please.
That's Martin.
Turn around. Did you do it on both sides?
Yeah.
Sort of hard to see.
you can do. Now you can call them out. And no, like you call out these ones. Okay, so starting with
Benjamin, Dieselman 99. Is this
James.
James? Loaded Dog. Peppy, Doug, Martin, Taz, Steve, Roddy, Dad, James, Mark, 86.
Wait a second.
You wait a second. This house is an art gallery. This house is an art gallery. Yeah, he is, Tasman. He is.
James.
Peppy is on YouTube.
This is Pat.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Guys, listen, that's what I'll do. I'll start with the most basic. This is what my mate always says to me. That no, be careful.
I'm measuring you.
Yeah, that tape is not big enough to measure the size of my head. So I would say he always says start with the basic. If your shaw's not working, first see if there's any fuel in it, you know. Then it probably needs a service anyway. The air filter was pretty clean, you know. Like I run my saws pretty hard, you know, so definitely some of the wood was over 20 inches, you know, and I was running the 20-inch bar in it, so it was good. It was a nice day on the saw, do you know what I mean? So you give me back those glasses, please. It was a really nice day on the saw, but man, it was a tough day, boy. It was a tough day. You can't see with them on. If you can see with them on, you need glasses yourself. So it was good to be out. Do you know, I was talking to a mate of mine. Yeah. That's me. I know. Oh, you said it, Martin. Now I'm going to be away at it. Yeah, I know. But listen, sure, I used it a lot. Okay. No, Evie. No, Evie. No. Go for it. One. So, what was I going to say? I was halfway through the day and I was talking to my mate on the phone, and I was really tired. I had been trying to do a couple of runs with the wheelbarrow at this stage, and it was just pure. Be careful.
No, I didn't. That is my slippy socks.
Yeah, pick them up there, and it was just pure mud and gutters, and it was. He just said, you know, it's it sure is easy just to turn on the oil, isn't it? Yeah, but listen, what can you do? Some days are hard, some days are easy. It's just some when you are clearing up people's. Evie's all about the love, Steve. All about the love. When you're clearing up windfall for free, you know, in order to get firewood, you know, it's never easy. It's never like, oh, there's 10 massive maple trees have come down in my garden right alongside the road. You can drive right up to them. That's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to follow this. I wrote it down. Look.
Steve, can you come to Red Branch someday?
Yeah.
And your kids.
Steve, Evie wants you to come to Red Branch someday and bring the kids. So that is what I am going to do. How is your pet tarantula? Steve, do you still have a pet tarantula? I thought it was a scorpion. So
he's a tarantula and scorpion.
Tarantula and a scorpion, eh? He was supposed to give us the skin of the scorpion, I think. Skin of the scorpion. Uh-oh. The skin of the scorpion. Guys, I got loads of content coming out at the minute. I have a full full build, a full outhouse build to come up. I haven't even those videos are all uploaded, haven't even come out yet. Stop. Oh, sorry, I thought that was an elastic. That's okay. Go ahead. I have all the saw action, guys, and of course, I still have to get in and get it split. So loads of content coming out at the minute, guys. The channel is finally getting back to normal, I have to say. I know I mentioned this before, but after I deleted all the videos and split into 2 channels, finally, everything just seems to be coming back to normal.
Tell them what you've done today.
What did I do today? I did nothing but upload videos today. What did you do today?
Eat pizza.
Well, Evie ate pizza in school as part of a school lesson today. Very exciting times. What else did we do today?
We were learning about fractions.
You were learning about fractions. Guys, I am going to leave it there. Thank you very much. There's 10 people on. I got 13 thumbs up. That is absolutely fantastic for me and my little channel, guys.
Steve, can you do a thumbs up if you still have your tarantula, or a thumbs down if you don't?
I don't know if you can do that. You can just say, yes, I still have a tarantula. Pat.
Bye, Jim.
YouTube do that. It's just, you know, sometimes my subscribers go up and down, up and down, and up and down. Pizza. I like tacos too. I like pizza too. Guys, thank you very much, one and all, for being here. Thank you to... Steve can message me. Thank you to the super chatters, guys. Thank you for everybody, for the thumbs up, for the comments, for the subscription, everything, guys. Loaded Dog, great to see you on the channel again, buddy. You have a great weekend too.
Good night, Roddy.
Stay frosty, guys. Stay frosty. Evie, anything you want to say? That's good night from me. That's good night from him.
Good night, and
fingers crossed, Diesel Man.